We're in the middle of page 10 with the two dots. What we didn't know until now. What is the nefesh habahamis? What is the animalistic soul? Now, it sounds animalistic, an animal, I'm an animal. No. It doesn't have much. It doesn't have much of similarities with an animal, except for the fact that our animalistic soul, our nefesh habahamis, thinks very much about ourselves. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? The people tell me, what do you mean? I don't like myself. I was taught, if you take an album, take any album that you were in that somewhere, or pictures. What do you look for the first thing? Who do you look for? Yourself. Well, let me see. How do I look over here? Where am I? Subconsciously, we're born. Nefesh achiyunis, it's also called. Nefesh habahamis. Subconsciously, we're born. We want to satisfy ourselves. We want to pamper ourselves. And that's not necessarily on bad things only. Even if somebody, like I said, I gave that example last time when we were learning, when you hold somebody walking out the building, a store, a grocery, shul, whatever, you name it, and you hold the door for them, and they come out, are you expecting a thank you? You are. Right? But if that person just walks right by with clear indication, with the attitude that he doesn't care about that you held the door for him, now it's called it's going to bother you, right? I mean, it's going to bother me, right? Why? But you did a good deed, but who did you go do it for? Even though, yes, that's what Alter is going to teach us now. Even though, yes, you did a good deed, you are doing a good deed, you're giving tzedakah, you're doing all these good things. However, inside of you have a satisfaction for yourself. It's about you. It's a lot about yourself. Okay, not a bad thing. Meaning, he's not saying it in a way that he's doing bad. Okay, so the Jewish person, a Yid, is born with a nefesh elokis and nefesh habahamis. In the nefesh habahamis, there's the Yetzer Tov and Yetzer Hara. It's not the same. In the nefesh habahamis, you can even have a Yetzer Tov, yeah, and then in that you also have a Yetzer Hara. Nefesh elokis is completely godliness. What does that mean? Completely godliness has zero interest to pamper itself, zero interest for myself. I'm not here for myself. Even when a person does a good deed, yeah, it's nothing to do with how he's going to feel about this afterwards. As they say, one hand washes another. Have you heard this? Don't worry about it. I'll do for you a favor because you're going to be back me a favor. So it's not even about you. I'm not doing you. We have to be very clear with this because this is the foundation of our struggle. Our struggle isn't just do good, don't do bad. That's not just our struggle. That's what the Tanya is saying. Our struggle as a Yid is Nefesh Elokis versus Nefesh Habahamis. Am I here for myself? Am I here for HaKadosh Baruch Hu? And that's a big difference because when the Nefesh Elokis, as we know, is in full force, that's a Beinani. That's when the person becomes a Beinani. So when the person, let's say, learns Torah, let's just say, and even though Mitoch Shaloi Lishma Bo Lishma, and a person should learn Torah even Shaloi Lishma. However, as we said in the beginning, Nefesh Habahamis isn't something necessarily that's going to do bad only. Nefesh Habahamis could be doing good things, but it's about myself. I can be learning Torah because I am about to be a Rav, to be hired for $350,000 a year in this big shul, and I need to know these halachas, I need to know all this. So where does Hashem come into play with this? Where does Elokus, where does HaKadosh Baruch Hu come into play? If I do give tzedakah and I'm so out of it because I'm a multimillionaire and I give a lot of tzedakah and this, and I get a lot of plaques and a lot of people call me and this and that, I think, where am I mixing in the Elokus part? You understand? A person could be learning Torah all day, yeah, but again, because he needs to, let's say, whatever the reason might be, something ulterior other than L'Shem Hashem, L'Shem Shemayim, which we're going to learn later, what Torah does, brings down godly energy to the world, just to make a Kadosh Baruch Hu, since the Beis Hamikdash is Nachlev and Kadosh Baruch Hu Elo dalat amos shel halacha. Kadosh Baruch Hu only has dalat amos shel halacha. Only what when you're learning Torah, that's what he has when you feel connected to him, because he's so awesomeness and greatness, and he put himself in a book. Goyim that do favors, and they're only doing the favor. Yes, we're not talking about Chasidei Umes Oilam. There are Chasidei Umes Oilam that will do a favor because they actually want to help someone else, but that's a small percentage. Halavai is going to be because that's Mashiach's times already. If we have most of the Goyim doing favors for people because they want to do good for another person, that's it. That's yeah.
And it's not called favor.
Yeah. It's not for themselves.
Favor implies that you expect something in return. It's called a favor.
Right.
But then it stops being a favor.
Exactly. Okay. So that makes sense what you're saying.
Makes sense what you say.
Okay, so in the two dots, let's see inside, and maybe we can understand it better inside. Ach biyora inyan. So the understanding to this whole situation. Al pi masha kasav arav Reb Chaim Vital zichrono levracha b'shara kedusha. This is what Reb Chaim Vital, which is actually the Talmud of the Arizal, and he was the one that's authorized to write. The Arizal didn't write anything, right? He had a lot of students, but Reb Chaim Vital was the one who was granted permission, so to speak, to write down the Ari Kadosh Torah. ובעץ חיים שער נון, פרק בייס, דלכל איש ישראל, every single yid, echad tzaddik ve'echad rasha, even a tzaddik, even a rasha, yesh shtei neshamois, he has two souls. Wow. Till now, I thought I'm bipolar. One day, I feel so good about myself. I don't care about the food. Nobody can piss me off. I'm not angry. I want to go to shul. I'm in the shul. Give up my parking space. Yeah, come park here. Yeah, I'm very patient. Yeah, I missed the minute. I'm going to the next minute. I'm not giving up. I give tzedakah. I feel so good. I go to shul. I do all these mitzvahs. I learn Torah. Then the next day, I'm bipolar. I just want to stay home in bed. Why? I got to go out in the cold. I want to eat steaks, whatever is good. I want to wake up. I don't care. Yeah. So which one is it? Which one are we? We all experience this. Which one is it? He says, no, you're not bipolar, says the Alter Rebbe from Reb Chaim Vital. You have two souls. If you would have one soul, then you would be bipolar. You have two souls. You have the animalistic soul, which is not to say that you're like an animal. It's only saying this animalistic soul because, as I said, animals only think about themselves. And then we have the godly soul. The Chsiv, it says in Pasuk, when Neshama Sani Yosisi, that I made, it says HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I made Neshamas. He uses the word Neshamas from plural, Shen Shtei Nefashos, with two souls, Nefesh Achas Mitzada Klipa V'Sitra Achra. One soul is from the side of Klipa, which is shell, and Sitra Achra, what does Sitra Achra mean in Aramaic? The other side. What is the other side? Yetzirah? No. Sitra Achra is the other side. Meaning, if I decide to have a good kosher coffee in the morning, but it's nothing to do in my mind at all, in my thought at all, about me having a little bit of energy to be able to daven or do a mitzvah, whatever the case might be, that's the other side. It doesn't have to be bad. Yetzirah wants you to do Averos, wants you to, it's neutralish. Yeah, but it's the other side. It's not Kedusha. It's not Kedusha. That's the idea. It's not. What is a klipa mean? What does a shell mean? What does a shell do?
Black.
Covers. What does it cover when we're talking about? Covers on the Kedusha. Covers on what is Elikus? We know what? It covers on the Kedusha, right? So you don't see it. Just like a shell covers on a good fruit, you don't see the fruit inside. You have to uncover the shell, and then inside you have the good fruit. So comes out that literally everything that's not for Elikus, not L'Shem Shamayim, what is it? It's Sitra Achra. Huh? Now, the core the core essence of the thing itself, whatever it is, the car, whatever, what is it actually? If you uncover the shell, if you take away the shell, what is it actually? It is kedusha. It's all kedusha. It's all elikus. It's all everything. That means because what is klipa mean? Klipa mean it covers. It blocks from seeing it. You can't see the core essence of what it really is. But if you uncover it, if you take it, then what is it? It's kedusha. And that is everything that's called mutar in the Torah. Remember, mutar is from the same language of matir asurim. He unties. So something is mutar, it's untied, meaning it's not tied to the tuma. If it's asur, then it's tied to the tuma, and that comes from chet eitz hadas. From Adam Arishon, that comes that the fact that there is bad now mixed in good, that comes from Etz Hadas. The whole Nefesh Abam is from Etz Hadas, that it's mixed bad and good. Yep. So now comes out that anything that's not prohibited from the Torah, but you're not using it for Kedusha, it's Sitra Achra. It's the other side. It's no good. But if you do use it, if you use your car, your kosher coffee, your kosher steaks, your work, everything you do, your phone, everything you do, but you use it for kedusha, you unraveled, uncovered the shell. So our nefesh habahamis comes from klipas noiga. That's called klipas noiga. So here we go. See the chsiv and neshamas ani usisi. Shehein shtei nefoshes, nefesh achas mitzad klipa. One nefesh is from the shell part of sitra achra, on the other side v'yam mislabeshes bedam odom, and that is enclosed in the blood of the person, lahachis aguf, to make the person alive. Chedechsiv ki nefesh habasar bedam hi, as it says that the life, the soul of the person is in the blood. Umemena bois kol hamidus rois, and from there comes all the bad midos, the bad traits. Thank you. Me'arba yesoidus roim sheba, dahainu kas vegav miyesoido eish shenigba lemayla. So there's four elements, that everything in physical has four elements. There is fire, water, ruach, which is wind, air, and afar, which is earth. Everything you see. You take a tree, a huge tree in the forest. It has four elements in it. It has water, it has earth in it has some ruach in it, and it has some fire in it. You take the fire, you burn it down. You're going to get rid of the water. You're going to get rid of the ruach, the wind part, and the fire is going to turn off. What are you going to have left? The fourth element, afar. You're still going to have afar. Nothing in this world doesn't have one of these four elements. So just like all the physical things have these four elements, the spiritual nefesh habahamis, the spiritual way, is also made out of these four elements. That's what he says. He says, Me'arba yesoidus roim sheba. You see 3 lines from the bottom on the right side. Sheba, the hainu, kas vegava. When someone has kas, someone is mad, or someone is boasting, where does it come from? Yesoido eish. Why is it coming from the fire? Because what does fire want to do always? Fire always wants to go up. If you take a candle and you will go down like this, where is the flame going to go? It's not going to go pointing down like a flashlight. It's going to point back, always up. That's kas, that's gava. It wants to go up. Shenik belemala, it always goes up. Vitavas, vitanugim. What about our desires? Ooh, look at this good kosher steak. What about these good stuff? Where does it come from? From what element? Misodamayim. Why? Because water, matzmichim, kamay matzmichim. Water plants and makes everything grow, and then makes all the good things come out. Kol minei tanug, matzmichim kol minei tanug. That's what it makes. Yep. V'holalus v'letzanus v'isparus. I don't know exactly the translation of holalus v'letzanus. Someone is mocking holalus. I don't know holalut. I don't know. So holalut.
Holalus is, I think, going wild.
Going wild. Yeah, being wild v'isparus.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Someone that just does shtuyot all the time. V'advarim betelim, and plain things. Dvarim betelim there's nothing to it. Mi yisoid the ruach. Why? Because ruach. What's ruach? Wind. It's nothing. It's a wind. All these things is nothing. Ve'atzvus. What about depression and laziness? Yisoid the offer, because offer is heavy. Go down. So that's it. So the gam. So this is the bad traits of us in the nefesh habahamis. What about the good traits? V'gam midos tovos shebeteva kol Yisrael. Even the good traits in a yid also betildasam k'moy rachmanus u'gemilas chasadim bos mimeno comes from these four elements. Why? Ki b'Yisrael nefesh zu de klipa imiklipas noiga. Because this animalistic soul that we have, this second nefesh, the nefesh abahamis, is from the klipa noga. Noga in Aramaic is light. And why? One of the reasons why it's called klipas noga, because you can uncover the light that's in it. The light is covered with a shell. So the nefesh abahamis, even though good traits come from it, it's coming from klipas noiga. You got to know how to use it. Here's bagam ken toiv. It also has good. Vihi misoid eitz hadas toivera. This comes from the eitz hadas from Adam Arishon that ate from the eitz hadas. Masha, we're almost done. Masha enke nafshe sumas of the gelulim and mishar klipas tamet. So you know why? Because they are coming from the unholy klipas. She'ein bohen toiv klal. There's zero good in them. כמו שכתוב בעץ חיים שם מ"ט פרק ג' וכל טיבו the avdin ha'umois of the gelulim, all the good things that the nations umos is the nation of the gelulim, those who idol worshippers, legarmeyu avdin, they do it for their own good. Yeah, one hand washes another. Whoa, we say that? No, we'll come change your tire. Don't worry about it. How many chesed organizations do you know in Jews? And they ask you money? No, that's it. We don't even know the person next. That's it. Moving forward. Chadisa b'Gemara al Pirush. It's in the Gemara over there. It says v'chesed leumim chatas. Chesed leumim. You know what the chesed? You know what the kindness of the nations are? Chatas milashon chet. It's a chet for them, because even the good things that they do, they're doing it to boast. Look at me. I donated such and such money. Look at me. I'm doing this. I'm making peace. Stop boasting about it. It's not about yourself. Shkol tzedakah v'chesed, that all the tzedakah, the righteous, and the kindness, she'umos of the gelulim oisin einon ela lehisyair. They're not doing it only to boast themselves. So what we have here, we finished learning. We're going to go. The next 4 chapters is going to be about the nefesh elikis. But what we have here is going on is we need to understand is there's 3 levels over here. We have the nefesh habahamis of the yid. Nefesh habahamis of the yid has good traits and has non-good traits also. And in the non-good traits, it's still could come from the nefesh habahamis. Then we have nefesh elikis, which we're going to learn by the Hashem next time. And nefesh elikis is completely godliness. It has zero to do with about myself. In this week's Pasha, I was just learning it in the beginning, and it got to me because I'm like, this actually matches, when it says that Yaakov Avinu sends malachim, and it tells them to go meet Esav. Esav, my brother, wants to kill me. And he says, Im Lavan Garti. Yeah, Rashi says, 2 pshatim, Lavan Garti. Says, what does that mean, Im Lavan Garti? He tells the malachim, go tell him that I lived with Lavan. The what? One thing is that don't worry that I stole your brachos. Why? Because the bracha that Yitzchak Avinu gave him, Havei gevir la'achecho, you're going to be a gevir la'achecho, you're going to be a master, hasn't been proven yet, because I've been working for Lavan as a slave, for how many? 20 years, right? So don't worry about that. Oh, okay. But then Davar Achar, Rashi says, Im Lavan Garti, the word Garti is Taryag, v'Taryag mitzvahs shamarti. Even though I lived with Lavan, which wasn't a good person, as we know, I still kept Taryag mitzvahs. What does Esav care about? Who cares about what you kept? He's coming to kill you. He's telling the Malachim, Rashi says, he's telling the Malachim, Im Lavan, tell Esav, Im Lavan Garti, even though I lived with Lavan, but I kept all the Torah. What Esav cares what you kept? What Torah you kept? He's coming to kill you, right? But the idea is that it's not two pshatim. The idea is he's telling Esav, listen, don't worry. You see me. You think I stole the brachas from you. Hevei gevir lachecha. You think I'm became a bit no, because I lived with Lavan. You see all this rechush that I have, all this master wealth that I accumulated. Taryag mitzvah shamati. I didn't do it for myself. I have enough. I did it for the Taryag mitzvahs. So all the good things that we have, that we have in life, that we want to have in life, is not for ourselves. That's the nefesh habahamis of a yid. It's Taryag mitzvahs shamati. I didn't do it for myself. I'm doing it because I am keeping the Torah and for Hashem's will. It's not for me. So don't worry about everything that you see over here. Don't think that I stole anything, that any of the brachas from you. All this that I'm getting is because Taryag mitzvah shemati is for to make it into kedusha, to use it into kedusha.